Alright guys, in this video we're going to take what we did with Easy HTTP 2 when we used fetch with promises, and we're going to implement async await. Alright, so what I'm going to do is take what we've done and just rename this to Easy HTTP 3, because most of the stuff we're going to keep. There's just a couple things that we need to change. So let's open that with Visual Studio Code. Alright, and we'll just change this JavaScript file to Easy HTTP 3. And let's make sure that in the index.html we include 3. Change this to 3. And then in app.js, actually app.js can stay the same. Let's go back, let's go to our library and let's change this to version 3. Now what I'm going to change here is, instead of returning new promise, we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to turn these functions into async functions like that, and then we want to actually, you know what I'll do is let's just get rid of all of this. Okay, I'm going to show you how much neater that we can make this. So if we say const response equals await fetch, and then pass in the URL. Alright, then we just need a variable. I'm going to call it res data, response data. Set it to await response.json, and then we just want to return res data. Okay, so that looks much more compact than what we just had. So let's save this and let's try the get. So I'm going to comment this out, and let's uncomment the get and save, and let's go ahead and run our index.html file. Open up our console, and you can see we're getting those users. All right, so we'll go ahead and do the post. So we'll say async, and let's see, instead of this return new promise, we're going to get rid of that, and we're going to say right here const, put this in a variable and set it to await fetch, or equals await fetch, sorry. Let's put that back. And then we don't need any of this stuff. Okay, so instead of doing that, we can just do what we did up here, get the response JSON, put it in a variable, and then return that variable. Alright, so let's save that and let's try the post. So we'll comment this out. Let's uncomment the post and save. And there we go. So we added a new user. You can see it has an ID of 11. Alright, so let's do the same thing with put. We're going to get rid of the return promise. Get rid of the ending bracket. Make sure we add async. Put this in a variable. Set it equal to await fetch, and then down here we're just going to do this, and let's do the same thing with delete. I'm just going to clean this up a bit. Okay, so right here let's say async delete. Now it's up to you if you want to do it this way. You might prefer using the promise. It's all preference. Just giving you different options. So let's say const response equals await fetch. Paste that in. And instead of the response.json right here, I just want to return resource deleted. Alright, so let's go ahead and try the put. So we'll go to app.js, comment out the post, uncomment the put and save. Okay, so you can see ID of 2 has been updated. That's good. Let's try the delete, save, and we get resource deleted. All right, so it does the same exact thing, but this time we're using async await instead of wrapping it inside of a promise. All right, so hopefully you learned a little something from this, and maybe we'll use this library in the future in a project. But that's going to be it for now, and I'll see you in the next video.